fish out the frogs every so often.
Salamanders and frogs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Guys, it's time. If I can have your attention, could you please call roll? Who's gonna call roll? Alex? Okay, Scott's gonna call roll.
Cole Ream,
Here.
Walker Henson,
Here.
Jacob Crumweed,
Here.
David Trojan,
Here.
Brian Henry,
Here.
Greg Hobb,
Here.
Donald Roberts, Marvin Cusick,
Here.
Eddie Mack, Clarence Malley, Scott Orr.
Here. Guys, we have a quorum. I hereby call this meeting to order. The first item on the agenda is to consider approval of the minutes. And there are a few errors that we'd like to correct, so did you want to go through them? We were looking at, the first one, I'll bring up mine. On the first page where it said ayes and nays, I don't believe I voted nay for the minutes, so if you would please mark that off and put me on the aye side.
And I'm going to defer to Walker. I believe there were some,
Yeah, under item 3, lot splits, item 1, I was an A, or I. Item 2, I was also an I. And then, I guess to adjourn, the very last item, I was an I. Item 6.
And for the record, David Trojan was not present, properly stated, but indicated to be voting in the minutes. So please indicate that. I was not attending.
Trojan was absent.
And on page 6, I'd like to correct a name there. Page 6, at the very top, Mr. Stacy Bean, B-E-A-N. And
page before.
was the page before that we had a name, Mr. Drury is not Drury, it's Gertie. It's Ken Gertie, G-I-R-T-Y, in the middle of public comments, first person talk there.
And for the record, I was also absent, but I am also listed in voting too, so.
Just checking that out for you.
Okay, you got all the corrections? Do I hear a motion to approve?
Motion approved with the corrections.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. We approve the minutes with the corrections. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? And that is unanimous. Okay, the first item on the agenda is to hold a public hearing and consider approval of a request to rezone the property located at 1217 South Van Buren Street from C3 General Commercial District to SU Special Use District, and make a recommendation to the mayor and board of commissioners. Alex?
Yes, Honorable Commission, the request from the school district concerns a property at 1217 South Van Buren, and the request is to place, it's currently zoned C3 General Commercial. The request is to place it in the SU zone, Special Use Zone, for school uses. Last information on this is there is support for this type of mixed use or low-intensity commercial uses along this major arterial in the comprehensive plan, as well as parking lots, which would assist in providing much needed parking for the school uses and the trail connection there as well. So the recommendation is to consider approval of the rezone request and recommend adoption of the ordinance by the mayor and commissioners.
Any questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. We approve the rezoning. All those in favor, aye? Aye. Those opposed? And that motion is unanimous. The other one is to hold a public hearing and consider approval of a request to rezone the property located at 401 West Indiana, 423 West Indiana, 1013 South Jefferson, 1019 South Jefferson, 418 West Illinois, 410 West Illinois, 406 West Illinois, and 402 West Illinois from R4 residential, which is duplex or two-family dwelling, to special use district, and make a recommendation to the mayor and board of commissioners. Alex?
Yes, Commission, this is a public hearing. Pulling up the location map, this is from the school district to They're proposing or requesting that the R4 zone property highlighted in red on your location map be placed in the special use zone. Staff does recommend approval of said request and adoption of the ordinance by the mayor and commissioners. Very briefly, this request is also supported by the comprehensive plan, which encourages public uses and connections to our trail system, and this would serve as in furtherance of that objective. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Motion?
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve this second request for rezoning. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? And that motion's unanimous. Okay. Paragraph 4, plats. Consider approval of the amended final plat for the Bell Crossing Second Edition, blocks 1 through 5.
Yes, Commission, this is some cleanup of this plat. Bell Crossing Second Edition, blocks 1 through 5, was originally approved by the MAPC back in on April 19th of 2021. There were some slight issues with the location of easements. The map didn't get completely signed off and recorded. So what you see in front of you is a corrected map with very, very minor additions or modifications to the lots that are highlighted on the map on your screen. These are really inconsequential. They don't impact the zoning in terms of minimum lot sizes, setbacks, street frontage, or any of those standards. Those will all be maintained with the approval of this plat. This plat would then go on to the commission tomorrow for final adoption and then final signatures and recordation.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions? Motions?
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion to approve? Second. Have a motion and a second to approve the amended final plat for Bell Crossing. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? And that is also unanimous. The last item we have is lot split. Consider approval of a lot split for Mr. Aaron Abbott, which is part of the southeast quarter of Section 7, Township 23 North, Range 6, west of the Indian Meridian, Garfield County, also known as 210 West Lake Helms Road.
Yes, Commission, this is a lot split request. Mr. Aaron Abbott is present in the audience, and it involves property on Lake Helms. The intent was to split it into a 5-acre parcel. Unfortunately, because as you see on the map there in yellow, there was a carve-out necessary to maintain water well access that serves 3 other properties. Since the request fell slightly under the 5-acre minimum that's set forth in the county standards, Mr. Abbott was able to obtain a variance from the county commissioners, which is also attached to your packet. Staff does recommend approval and consideration of the lot split in its approval.
Thank you, Alex.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. We approve the lot split. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? And that motion carries. Last item is the adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion been made and seconded. We adjourn. All those in favor, aye. Aye. We are adjourned.
Thank you.